Burton Albion Football Club, aka the Brewers. Founded in 1950, the small club from the East Midlands have steadily risen from the local amateur leagues all the way through non-league, and just a few years ago found themselves in the Championship. However, since then, things haven't all been as plain sailing. A relegation from the Championship after a second season, and then dismal football after countless managers, has left the Brewers needing new hope, new ownership, and new dreams. Enter the Nordic takeover, a football consortium called NFG, with the chairman being Ollie Jacob Strandhagen, with his backroom staff, have recently taken over the Brewers to lead them to new hope.
Yes, ladies and gents, we are finally back on the YouTube channel. Brand new career mode. We are starting life at Burton Albion. The Nordic dream is alive. We are going to be kicking off episode 1. We're going to dive straight into league action. We've gone through all the rigmarole. We've got everything set up. So the first thing we'll go through, as always, what we are going to be playing. So 4-minute house, world class to start with. I know it's not that good, but hopefully we'll up that. The youth tournaments are set to 4 minutes. We've already done one of them and won. Everything else is pretty much as is. Weather effects are on, wind effects are low. Training, all the standard stuff. We have disabled the first transfer window. In real life, Burton signed 23 or 24 players. So I thought, well, there's no point signing anybody. So we might as well just turn that off for the first one, not worry about transfers until we get to January, and then we'll dive straight into that. In the meantime, we will scout some youth players, we'll scout some prospects where we find weaknesses within the team, but they're the general settings that we will go with. In terms of the squad and the tactics that we will be using, we will have a look at the team. Now, we are going to be rocking a 4-3-3 essentially, with a holder in the middle. So it is going to be Crocombe, Armour, Van Kooten, Sweeney, Godwin, Malafie. We are going to retrain. We are retraining him to be a specific right back. He's a centre back by trade, but he can play right back. So we're going to train him. Then we're going Watt, Gilligan, and Webster in the middle. Whitfield on the right, Orsi up top, Bowden on the left. And again, we'll probably tweak this a little bit. Normally, I like to play him with a bit more width, but this is a similar system to what you'll see. Normally, it's a 3-5, 3-4-2-1 they'll play. But this is what we're going to go with. I prefer playing 4 at the back than 3 at the back. So this is what we'll start with. Fair bit of depth of squad. Bowden 65 rated and Van Kooten 65 rated are our best 2 players, along with Max Crocombe. A couple of 64s. Realistically, on paper, straight away, we're going Gilligan's the one that if he doesn't progress, he's out. Webster should progress. We've got plenty of options on the bench as well. We've got quite a big squad. So we'll look to offload maybe some of these players in January, maybe loan some players out. But that is going to be the team we will go for. In terms of tactics, that is what we're looking at in terms of positions. So we're going to play 1 wing back, 1 false back, 2 ball-playing defenders at the back, deep line playmaker, box-to-box and a playmaker in the midfield, playmaker plus on the right, poacher up top and a half-winger in Whitfield. And again, that's the one I'm not convinced about because, again, it's not his natural position. So I may retrain him to be a cam, but we'll see how he gets on. That's essentially where we're at. We have got Peterborough in our first game, so we're going to dive straight into that. I'm going to do the press conferences, I won't bore you with that. And let's jump straight in to game 1 of episode 1 of season 1 of the Nordic Dream. Welcome to match day number 1 then. It is Peterborough versus Burton. We're away from home and Peterborough will kickstart the game. And I say we're just looking for a good start here. The board just want mid-table. That would be a nice turn of form from what's recently happened to the Brewers in recent times, with a few lacklustre seasons and avoiding relegation narrowly towards the end of the season as Whitfield's on the ball. But just looking for a more comfortable season, hopefully, and to get this rebuild and this takeover underway. Webster's on the ball now and out wide to Armour, beats his man down the left-hand side, going to run all the way into the box and going to try and cut it back to Orsi, and we can't get it, but good, bright opening start from the Brewers as Peterborough have their first bit of possession and have carved us open as Poker, who will be dangerous down this right-hand side as Jones turns us. Going to try and stop the ball through. Still dangerous for Peterborough. Sweeney can't get the block in. We will try and get the block in. Crocombe down right-hand side. Low with a big save. Important early save for the Brewers, but too easy for Peterborough in the early stages. The corner comes in and we'll try and get this ball out. It falls kindly. Sweeney gets the block in. Webster now to Godwin Malafie, who's going to just try and calm this down and bring the ball out as he'll come inside to Gilligan. To Watt. No options on, but narrow in the early stages. Van Kooten into Gilligan. Good first touch from him. Tries to find Orsi. Can't. And Peterborough come forward again. Randall into Curtis. down this right-hand side as the right back looks to get forward into the box again. It's Poku, dangerous man. Jones shoots Crocombe with the shoe save. And Sweeney and Crocombe and Gilligan, the only three men that really from last season are still at the club. Armour now down the left-hand side getting a lot of joy. Looking very promising in the third stage. He's going to try and cut it back to Bowden. Goal! Completely against the run of play. Billy Bowden gets his first goal for the club. And that is 1-0 to the Brewers. Again, against the run of play, but Armour's getting a lot of joy down that left-hand side. Cuts the ball back. Very good first touch from Bowden. Beats the keeper, no chance. And that is 1-0 to the Brewers. Brewers get the second half underway then. And looking just to get a foothold in this game. Really try and get these points. A draw wouldn't be the worst, but after taking the lead, it'd be important to try and keep it. Again, with the difficulty, what we'll do is we'll see how the first couple of months go. If it's proving to be a little bit one-sided, we will change the difficulty and maybe play with the sliders as we get to know and understand the game a little bit better. But to start, we'll go with world class, which I'm sure will be more than enough of a challenge for an old boy like me. As Webster finds the ball and it's now Bowden. Watt. Okay, good start to the half of the Brewers, just controlling the ball. Godwin Malif will come out wide to Whitfield, and that's inside to Gilligan. This is really nice football from Burton. We'll try and find Billy Bowden and can't, and what looked like a promising build-up play is fallen, and Peterborough will bring the ball out from the back. Chance here for Jones, who's definitely been the brightest spark for Peterborough, and they're just starting to find a foothold in the second half of this game after some early pressure from the yellow of Burton. As Sweeney can't beat his man, and that's inside, and that's Abrisi. Sweeney back into position, does really well to reset. Shoot! Crocombe with a save again. Max Crocombe is there, and how many times have we said that already in this first game? And it won't be the first, and it will not be the last, as Whitfield does well, turns his man. Here's a chance for the Brewers now as Whitfield stretches his legs down the right-hand side. Will continue to beat his man, goes all the way. What a run this is. Can he find Orsi on the edge? One more to Billy Bodin. No. Half chance. Quick counter-attacking football, though. There's the ball. Koto, one of many new faces for the Brewers this year, on the ball, and that's good from him. So he'll filter back into position as Armour now again. Orsi. Can we find anybody? Watt on the edge, out wide to Whitfield, who's going to try and twist turn and find Orsi in the middle. Can't, as it's just played behind him. And I am liking that front three, though. It feels quite nicely balanced. It's just got to be a bit more clinical with that final pass. As Peterborough come forward one again. Final few minutes of the game. I think stupid need is Sweeney puts a bit of pressure on and goes back to Jones. Collins into Jones again. This is dangerous stuff. 2 minutes out of time. As Peterborough look to get a late goal and snatch a point on the opening day of the season. But Sweeney's there, and that's superb from the Brewers. And we're going to run the ball up, and that is full time. And it's 3 massive points away from home. Wasn't pretty. Max Crocombe got us out of a hole more than a couple of occasions, but a fairly solid performance. A nice 1-0 win. We'll go over and clap the fans, and that's a big 3 points to get the season underway. The one thing I did forget to do right at the start is go through the board objectives. So let's have a quick look at the board objectives. So the short term, get 10 away wins. We've already got the first one of them. Wonderful stuff. Finished mid-table, currently 7th, so that's fine. Keep player salary growth under 15%, so we'll have to be careful with the contracts we're offering out. Youth development, again, there's no objectives there. The brand exposure, get the 10 away wins. Financial, keep the player growth below 50%. We also need to make 4.2 million profit from player youth sales within 3 seasons, which is going to be difficult. Domestic success, again, mid-table, round of 16 in the FA Cup, and no continental success. So that should be doable. That should be absolutely fine. Again, in terms of, obviously, we're not going to play every single game. We will sim some games. For prime example, we've got Blackburn in the Cup, so we'll probably play that one. Then we'll probably play the Crawley game, and then it might be a case of simming one of Northampton or Stockport. What I'll probably do as well is sim all the EFL trophy games in the early business, but what we'll probably do is play 3 games an episode, I think, there or thereabouts. Sim one, that'd be 4. That should be around the right balance, and there might be occasions if we get a dull game, we'll add another one in, but that's probably what we'll do. But we will get into our first game against Blackburn. We will probably rotate for this game and bring some new players in, but I'll see you for our first home game of the season. Welcome to the Pirelli Stadium then. It is a cup action under the lights as we welcome Blackburn Rovers in what is going to be a tricky game in the first round of the Carabao Cup, but we'll give it our best go. We've got a string of changes. I won't go through them all, but we have rotated quite heavily as we'll look just to give some other players some game time, and a competition that really doesn't mean too much to us. So there's no ball objectives for this, so we're just going to try and put in a good performance and get some morale into the team. Get everyone playing. Whitfield, one of the men that's kept his position as we go inside to Elliot Watt. Switch it to Crawley, who has got his way into the starting 11. There's Elliot Watt now. Out wide to Whitfield. Just nothing on at the minute. We'll have to be patient here. As inside to Kalanusis. Out wide to Armour. Yeah, nice steady play from the Brewers. Not a full house by the looks of it. A few empty seats around the ground for this cup game. Whitfield now turns his man, does brilliantly, tries to square it, can't, does fall back to him though, and he'll reset to Kalanusis on the edge of the box, and it's a good save. First shot on goal though, to Chalke, out wide to Armour. He's going to come down the wing, try and find Chalke in the middle. He's going to twist, turn, shoots into the top right corner. What a goal that is! What a way to take the lead, and it's a beautiful goal from the Brewers. Well deserved as well, have been the better team. Absolutely take that. It's Armour again who finds his man in Chalke with a lovely first couple of touches and then bends it into the top right corner. Nothing saving that. Burton 1, Blackburn 0. Does well again in the midfield. He's a player that will probably look to bring in more stutter. Makes his first shot. Shoots from the edge of the box. Just wide. A man that was crying out for his first start. He was on the bench for us, but good option to have off the bench. Again, typically in the league games, it stays 1-0. Blackburn coming forward again, starting to string some passes together. Environment, it's good. Gay shoots, save again by Isted. Got to make sure we close him down, but it's a Blackburn corner. Tronstead is going to swing the ball in from the far side. As Swede is going to try and win that, can't win it. Falls kindly though, as Gay can't make good connection on it, and we might be able to counter-attack here as Godwin Malif try and find Whitfield. Does. No options on. Kalanuskis has been quite bright in the first half here for the Brewers, as is Chalke. Just try and reset it. Try and stay narrow. Try and frustrate them if we can, as Whitfield now gets down the right hand side. Can he beat his man? Does beat his man. Can we find it back? Tried to hit it first time. Strasser couldn't. Kalanuskis now resets, and it's going to be another chance for Whitfield now as he's going to try and play in. Strasser shoots again. Another good save. We're just having a chat on the sidelines. A little bit confused, but it's our first corner. As Whitfield will be the man to stand over it, as we'll try and find the big target man in the middle. Sweeney can't. Goes to Godwin Malif, and that's going to be a goal kick for Rovers. Chance here for the Brewers then. Kalanuskis to Chalke. Game went a bit flat in the midfield. Armour's now on the ball. Can we put this game to bed? Elliot Watt into Hazelhurst. Back into Watts. Lovely foot for the Brewers. Chance! Oh, it's a big save. That could have been the game right there. Huge chances. Blackburn make some more changes. We're going to put the ball in. Elliot Watt is the man over the corner. Puts the ball into the mixer and we rise. Oh, I thought it was in. I thought Jack Kamara had made it 2-0 to the Brewers. It's a good header, and it's just creeps over the top left-hand side of the crossbar. There's 5 minutes to go. Can we hold on for what would be a very, very impressive win in the Carabao Cup? Chance here for Gay. Blackburn strings the passes together. No. Into the last couple of minutes then. Just need to hold on, keep the ball, nothing stupid. And we are going to be into the second round of the Carabao Cup as Armour looks to lose the ball. We look at the referee, who's looking at his watch, blows the full-time whistle. And it's 2 from 2 to kickstart the season. A huge 1-0 win against Blackburn, and a very good performance. We actually played better in that than I think we did against Peterborough, so positive signs that we're heading in the right direction. But it's better than having won that Blackburn Rovers 0. But ahead of the Crawley game, some good news is Godwin Malif looks like he's ready to make his position change. So he does, and he is now an out-and-out right back. What we will do though is change See if we can change Whitfield to a cam. How long will that take? 151 weeks. Okay, that really isn't worth it. It really is not worth it. Okay, we won't bother then. We'll just leave him as it is. Slightly out of position, but he's doing fine, so we won't change him to a cam. I didn't realise it was going to take quite that long. What we'll also do as well, we'll have a quick look at our academy prospects. And we've got some scouts out at the minute. But I'll have a quick look at the youth squad. So we've got a few players that look like they could be not far off. So Curtis is definitely one of them. He's already a 56. He's got a potential rating of 60 to 90. So he's definitely one that we may well look to bring in to the first team sooner rather than later, or at least loan out at Christmas. A couple of other players with high potential but not quite ready yet. So we'll keep an eye on them, see how they progress. Yeah, that's kind of where we're at currently. We've got a couple of scouts out. So the academy's looking okay. We did win the youth tournament. So we'll hopefully get some of those players, but yeah, there's definitely a couple that we could look at bringing into the squad. Yeah, let's dive straight into the next game. Crawley currently bottom off to the table after only one game, so heavy defeat, but fingers crossed we can make it 3 from 3 and 2 from 2 in the league. First home game of the season then, as we welcome Crawley Town to the Pirelli Stadium, as we look to get off to winning ways in the league. Big win against Blackburn last time out. And the players are making their way out to the middle. So just one change for us. Webster again is struggling with a little bit of fitness. We're going to have to look at his training plan, I think, because he's just not quite recovering as much. So Hazelhurst will come in to make his first start of the league season. And fingers crossed we can go and get 3 points in this game, as Crawley will get us underway, kicking from right to left in this first half in their all-red strip. Brewers in their home shirt, black shorts, yellow socks. So Crawley come forward further. It's Fish on the ball to Kelly. Twist turn, Fish. It's an early shot on goal, but Crow comes down, and that is comfortable for the Kiwi. Godwin Malif is just looking for the run of Whitfield. He just holds his run, stays on side, just come down the byline here. We'll cut back inside and try and find Elliot Watt on the edge. He'll go one more to Hazelhurst, who'll have a shoot from distance. It's a really good save from Sanford in the Crawley goal. The young man Hazelhurst having a pop at goal. Worth a shout. Good football from the Brewers. Lovely first touch. And just comfortable enough for the keeper to tip it around the post. But it's going to be a corner. Whitfield now. So he'll try and look for Armour in the box. Can't get up. Godwin Malif tries to recycle. Does. Falls kindly on the edge. That's Gilligan. He'll just come back, and Godwin Malif just resets this nice football from the Brewers. Whitfield now down the right hand side. We'll try and dink it across. And it's we'll see in the middle. Just couldn't get it as the keeper clears, and Crawley clear their lines. Chance now for the visitors. Kelly finds Fish. But Van Kooten's there. But it falls again to Kelly. Just got to be on our toes here is Forster now. So Whitfield will try and cut the man off. Can't. Jay Kelly tries to find the through ball. Does find the through ball low hard by Burton Murphy, but not challenging the goal. It remains 0-0. The second half underway. Billy Bowden looking to kickstart what has been a bit of a drab affair so far. It's not really a great deal that's happened, as it kind of just sums up our afternoon as we get dispossessed. Crawley come forward, and Godwin Malif is going to get up. Whitfield now is going to stretch his legs and just try and drive this ball in. Does brilliantly, and it's Ben Whitfield for the Burton goal. What a goal that is! Out of absolutely nothing, we part the Crawley defence, and Ben Whitfield, with a lovely goal across the keeper into the top right corner, gives us the lead, and what has not been a convincing performance. That is some goal. I thought maybe the chance has got away from us. Pulls the trigger. Across the keeper. Nothing saving that. Just hits the bar. Goes in. And that is Burton Albion 1. Crawley 0. Chance here for the Brewers again. Down the left-hand side. Billy Bowden now. After some good play. Try and cut inside. Lays it off. Orsi gets lucky on the edge of the area. That's wide. Another half chance goes begging. Crawley make their first sub. And a game of few chances. We have taken the crucial one. It's not been pretty on the eye at times. Very solid, which is what we can say about our first 3 games. We have been very consistently solid. We need to just try and kill games off. It's not going to be long before we get punished for not doing that. 1-0 lead against any team is never ideal. Van Kooten now clears the ball. And he's just going to keep barrelling forward here. The man who signed from Stevenage in the summer. Bowden out wide to Whitfield. Says, thank you very much. And the referee will blow for a foul. And we'll put him into the book. The first yellow card we've seen on FC 25. And I do like these POV cams. They do look very good. As Whitfield's just having a word. A little bit late. Let's Crawley make a substitution. We are yet to make our change. Bowden now picks up the loose pass. Tries to find Orsi. Orsi cannot get a foot on in the game. He's been poor in his first 2 games. Not necessarily his fault. He's just not been able to get into it. Hazelhurst picks up the ball. Finds Orsi, who now finds Billy Bowden, who shoots. Oh, it's just wide. Huge chance again to kill off the game. 4 substitutions for us. And now it's all about trying to win this ball, kill the game. Don't let them get back into it. Orsi tries to close the ball down. Not sure how many minutes are added on. It's the 2 minutes added on, so we just need to win the ball back. We win the ball back, we'll win the game. Swan comes forward, and this is dangerous. This is what we're trying to avoid. Malone, referee, blow your whistle, please. How long are we playing? Chance. Crocombe comes, punches. A dangerous moment there, but Max Crocombe with the big punch clear, and that is 3 from 3, 2 from 2 in the league. And it is the perfect start to our first season as Burton Albion manager in this Road to Glory. Can't ask for much more than that. Yes, that will do us for episode 1 of this Road to Glory. The Nordic dream is underway. I'm really looking forward to bringing you this series. I'm going to try and do 2 episodes a week. I'm going to try and get them out on a Monday and maybe a Friday, but we'll see how it goes. But I'm going to try and do at least 2 a week. As always, if you are new to the channel, please feel free to subscribe for more FC 25 content. If you like your creamers, this is the place to be. Link down below to my Twitch and my Discord, where I normally stream 4 days a week. So get yourself involved. And any feedback in the comments would be greatly appreciated. But otherwise, I'll see you on episode 2 very, very soon.